They were principles of energy, activity. They were principles of life dynamics. And once they have been recognized by you, they are given a name. And that name now becomes a principle that one wants to either incorporate in as their behavior or associate with them from your own behavior to that behavior. So when I call the wind is a principle. I would not deify the wind. I would not call the wind by a name and say that wind walked the earth with 2 legs and arms and came and told me by its breezes that this and so. Well, that's how your ancestors wrote. When the lightning struck, they gave a name to that. When the wolf howled, they gave a name to the wolf. They studied the behavior of nature, and through the behavior of nature found that nature had multiple personality. And through that began to name each of those personalities. And those personalities were given specific duties within the scheme of natural order. And what you are reading is our ancestors would never have dreamed that you would have taken these things literally. The book of the Bible is not to be taken literally. The truths that are seated within those words were never meant to be taken literally. Jesus walking on water, raising dead people up out of there, 5,000 people from a couple of boats. That was never meant to be taken literally, and you are a fool if you do read it that way.
That's right.
You see, until you understand the deeper metaphysical principles about what it is that you're reading under religion, then you will remain a fool. You will remain a controlled fool. And that's more dangerous, because now you become a parasite on your people, and you go from protector and provider to predator. How much billions of dollars are siphoned out of our community every year by the churches? Billions of dollars that could have gone into creating schools to teach us who we are. How many billions of dollars are given to the Pope based on you putting in that little hat? Do you know that as of, I would say 5 years ago, the IRS has written laws and documents that your minister, in order for him to have a bona fide church, he must go to the IRS and get a 501c3 patent. 501c3 is essentially supposedly a tax exemption certificate. What they're telling you is that as a church, you are supposed to receive permission to be from the state. And now it is the IRS that anoints your ministers. And if you have a minister flying a flag of the United States of America with a gold border in your church, then you are in the church and synagogue of Satan. And you are a fool. Because essentially those churches are set up to deal with your frustration, the pain that you have. You have a sense of loss in your personality, in your nature, that the church fills. You need a sense of authority. The church gives you that. You need a sense of nurturing. The church gives you that. A sense of community. The church gives you that. But we had that, and it was called our culture. So you gave up your culture, your autonomy, so that you could become part of the cattle that is herded from place to place. Subconsciously, psychologically, you have become part of the herd. And at any time, you know what happens to cattle. They're sacrificed for food. In this case, your mind has been sacrificed. Everything about you is being sucked by these vampires of consciousness. And that's what I call the church. That's what I call their teachings. That's what I call your minister. He sucks you dry. No Christian will kill another Christian who threatens your community. He won't even kill a Muslim. He won't kill anybody. But they will send you to kill for them. You won't kill anybody that you know is threatening your community. You won't even die for them. You're not even prepared to die. You know, the church has made you docile. Reverend Fatback and Pastor Pigfeet, all of them have become hugely gorged on the wealth of fraud. That's how Christian church was started. Josephus, the so-called Jew who wrote the history of the Jews, I believe it was he that said, the Roman Church has defended by violence what it acquired by fraud. Anytime, any place that Christianity is threatened, or I guess the ability of those who rule Christendom, anytime they have a chance, or they find that they need something from your space, they will launch a crusade. Just like they're doing on Bin Laden right now, and those people in Afghanistan, with the help of the British. That should be no surprise. But you see, everybody thinks it's the Queen of England and the English Parliament and all of these people. It ain't them. It's Rome. It's the Pope. It's the Roman Church. The Empire of Rome folded over to become the Church of Rome. And the Church of Rome carries on the dictates of the Roman Empire. And it is the Roman Empire that now rules. We are ruled under Roman law. So, my brother, put the books down that they give you to read, because it's making you stultified. It's causing your stultification of reasoning and logic, and it precludes you from going into places where the truth of the matter that you need to find around that information, it precludes you from getting